Greetings and welcome again from the AFOL champ. That's me, the adult fan of Lego champion, here with a Lego review of Being There, Donut That, set number 40358. It's a Target exclusive, so I had to get this from Target, which worked out well for me because I had to make a return. So I guess technically got it for free because I had a store credit card, but I believe it's about $15, which puts it about at, if you can see there, 146 pieces puts it at the and $15 puts it right around the 10 cents per part, which I thought was pretty good, especially considering there's 4 minifigures. Well, let's, before we look at the set, we'll finish looking at the box. So on the box here, you can see pretty standard setup. My box, you can see, was a little damaged in the upper left-hand corner there. Just shows you the size of a minifig. And then it shows you kind of a little story on the back. It does come with a Dalmatian with the barista falling asleep and then the dog causing chaos and the barista not being terribly upset about it. So that's the box. If we look at the set itself, there's several little mini builds here. You have a table with a, it's pretty just standard, very similar to the table from the pizza van. You have a trash can with a lid, and then you have just a little, it just doesn't connect to anything, just a little cardboard, a sandwich board sign, which just can sit next to it. Then if we look at the build itself, the banana fell there. Actually, I thought it was a pretty good build. Again, it's going to be small. It's only under 150 pieces for the whole set. Like I said, there's 4 other minifigs and some other little mini builds. But if you look at it, it's only supposed to be a small thing to begin with. It's just a coffee stand. It's not a whole coffee shop or building, which I guess would be probably my biggest complaint about it, is that I live in an area where you don't have outdoor coffee shops all year round because it would get too cold for, half the year. But, I knew what I was getting when I bought this. I knew I was buying a coffee stand for outside. So, if you look at it, and let me try to get the camera here. All right. I really like that this spins, so you can see the assortment of pastries both in the display case and just around it. You've got the pretty standard, drink dispenser there. You got several coffee mugs. You got a little donut sign on the upper left corner there. That's one of the things also. This comes with a ton of, donuts and stuff that you could also use if you want to take apart the signs. You can use them even more. There's a donut right here on the sign. There's one right there on the sign, and then there's one on this sign. So if you want more donuts, there's more to be had if you're willing to take apart the sign. Same with the coffee cup up there. There's a coffee cup up there. There's one here to be used, and then there's this one off to the side here that you can also use. So plus the donuts and coffee cup on the table build. If you look at the back side, backside's nothing special. I guess you can see the display a little better. You just have a little cash register. Really, the display here, I thought that was lacking something. You could have put something there, or we could have just used studs on the side brick and not had those big gaping holes. Other than that, I guess if you on both sides have this little white area that can flip up if you want more of a table there. Also, obviously, maybe it's not obvious, but the gray base plate is mine. That did not come with this set. I'm just using it to display. So there's kind of all the builds, plus that. If we look at the minifigures, there's 4. I've got 2 of these. Again, the gray plate is mine. I just I'm using it to put the figures on there. You have the barista to the far left, the construction worker in the middle. I don't know why. It's something about him. I like that guy. And then some sort of medical professional there on the far right. She also has a cell phone. if you look at the back, the medical professional does have printing there. Kind of hard to see with her ponytail. And then the barista does have an alternate face that's asleep. But again, obviously you can't see that if their hair is on correctly. And then the last set here, you have the businessman. You do not have an alternate face or back printing. Well, I guess you have back printing, but you don't have an alternate face there. You have medium azure, essentially the blue bicycle. I know it's not the true Lego blue, but you have the blue bicycle. This one has a basket, and it does give you the helmet, so whoever's supposed to be riding it. And I don't know that it makes sense for any of these people to be riding it. I mean, you don't want your medical professional going to work on a bicycle and being sweaty. A construction worker probably isn't going to go to work on a bicycle and ride it into a construction zone, let alone if he's going to do physical labor all day. Same idea with someone handling your food, like your barista, probably not going to ride their bike there. And then your businessman probably would not wear a suit and ride a bike. I like that I got a blue bike. I just don't know that it makes sense with the people selected here. If we would have just got like a regular, average, citizen on the street, I think that would have made a lot more sense. Something that also kind of bugs me with the businessman here is he's got the little lapel mic. So I don't know if he's like a newscaster or what. I would have preferred just a regular sports coat, regular suit. But again, I'll try not to be too picky. And then I don't have any of these. I don't have a whole lot of animals in general, but it comes with a Dalmatian dog, which again, I like. Just adds to the city that again I've been working on. And if we look at the full thing here, essentially what this is, I mean, it's a very small build. Essentially what this is it's essentially a small like people pack for the city. I mean, you've got four minifigs, a bike, and a dog. And then lots of accessories that just have general use. I mean, $100 bill, coffee mugs, donuts, the banana, which again, I'm surprised that Lego didn't instruct me to put it in the trash. That's what it seems that they always do. And a cell phone. And again, you've got, the barista makes sense with the coffee place. The other one are just three random kind of city characters. So it's essentially a small city pack of people with a very small build, which I'm completely okay with that. I 100% understood what I was getting when I got it. Something else I think we should look at, let me pull these over, is all of the spare parts, because there are a ton of spare parts, because they give you an extra of basically any 1x1 tile, or 1x1 piece. So you get an extra of all three printed: the donut, the whatever you want to call this type of pastry, and the cookie. You also get a printed quarter round pie piece. You've got 4 quarter round other tiles, the various shades of brown, tan, and pink. You've got one of these black, always useful, modified 1x1 round studs, so you can have something go into it. 2 of the, I don't know what you want, like faucet pieces. And then the bar and the 1x1 black plate and the 1x1 round. Those probably are going to be less useful. This also, again, you can never have, to me, you can never have enough of these 1x1 round plates that are transparent, because they look like lights. Last thing I wanted to look at was just something I found absolutely ridiculous. If we look at the instructions here, which first of all, for this small of a set, again, under 150 pieces, and think of how many pieces are in 4 minifigures plus the bike there. I thought this was a pretty thick instruction packet. Maybe that's just me being naive. Maybe that's me overestimating mankind's competency level at figuring stuff out. But I mean, here you have the the directions for putting together the minifig, and I found it kind of funny that they included the dog here, which again, whatever, that makes sense because they frequently do that. You're gonna include the dog, and that's a selling point to some people. Like I said, I like it a lot. But along with the minifigures and the dog, we're going to include the banana. That to me just seemed over the top ridiculous. Continuing on into the directions, which also I found kind of dumb. The fact that they felt the need to include this as a page of instructions, just putting the top on the trash can, and then another page of instructions for folding the suitcase into a suitcase or a briefcase, whichever you want to call it. That to me seemed a little unnecessary. But as a whole, I really like this set. I would definitely, if I was to grade it, I would give it an A. The only negatives I would say is, again, there's not like really a back to the, there's not a back to the shop, which again, there really isn't supposed to be. Like I said, the little nitpick about the lapel mic doesn't make sense. Why would you have a bike when these are not people who would be riding bikes? Those are very small things. These are all people that I want in my city. These are all things I want in my city. The idea of a coffee, and donut place to get, food and coffee in the morning. That's something that is in a lot of cities. Like I said, even where I live, where you don't have outdoor ones, that's still a, Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks, places like that are, all over the place. So that's something that my Lego city wants and needs. I like having sets of things that are realistic. You get a ton of extra pieces, particularly useful printed pieces. Again, I believe if you look at the number of printed food pieces, I believe you end up with 3 of those, again, of the pastries. You end up with, including the extras, 3 of the pie pieces, and I think you end up with 7 donuts, and then I don't know where the cookie must be this upside down one. I think you end up with 3 of those as well. I don't know about you guys or anyone else, but I feel like I've got a million cookies, particularly out of advent calendars. So the spare pieces I like the people. Again, if in a perfect world, I wouldn't have a lapel mic on this guy. I like getting a bicycle. Again, it doesn't make sense with these guys, but again, overall, I was an A, or the set is an A from me. So tell me what you think. If you agree, disagree, have anything else to say, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Last thing, the idea of calling the set Bean There, Donut That. I'm a man that enjoys a good pun, and that really struck a chord with me. I liked Bean There, Donut That as a set name. So again, tell me what you think. If you agree, disagree. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hopefully I hear from you soon, and hopefully you'll hear from me soon as well.